3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And today we're talking about Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah, okay. Now, Rogue One, it was a pretty good movie.
Spoilers, by the way. We're not, you had enough time. It's been 2 days. Get over it.
Yeah, we'll give you 3 more seconds. Okay, it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. It did go slow a little bit in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But they were establishing a brand new story. So, my wife actually leaned over and complained to me about the fact that it was moving slowly. And I had to actually explain to her, look, this is something we actually only know about. We don't know anything. We don't know any of the background, whatever.
I mean, this is basically expanding on when Leia said a lot of good people died for this. Mm-hmm. It's that one sentence of we can make a whole movie out of that.
Yeah. So, when you sit back and you watch it, it does go slowly, but they actually have to establish the people in this story.
And the thing I liked about this above Episode 7 was that the female main character was not God.
She was a pretty good fighter, though.
But it made sense. But she was raised by a warlord.
She was. It was explained, and he explained by the time you were 16, you were my best soldier. So it's like
you were raised by a murderer. So you should probably be pretty good at murdering. So I really liked Jen. She was cool. I really like the fact that they explain that the obvious hole in the Death Star that leads to its destruction was put there on purpose.
Yeah,
everything makes so much more sense.
Yeah, because if you were just going, well, if you're a structural engineer, how did you not know this hole is here? Right. Well, that hole was just stuck in there. And I don't know, maybe it was made to look like it was an exhalation port or something like that, something that was necessary. Right. But in the end, it was just a hole to put there to blow the thing up.
Right.
That was awesome.
I liked seeing the Empire mine for kyber crystals and that being talked about because they've never really talked about kyber crystals in the main movies, really. True. But for those of you who don't know, that's what they powered the lightsaber with, which is also what powers the Death Star, which is why it's so freaking
powerful.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, one thing I don't get though is because they've said that the color of a kyber crystal is based on the force user that meditates upon it. And I'm like, so how is the laser green? Because that's a Jedi thing.
Darth Vader, who's conflicted most of the time.
No, it would have been straight up red. It would have been the darkest red possible. I don't think they thought that part through.
Well, I think that that's kind of a retcon, but in the old movies, we've already seen it as green.
So right, so it's too late to change it now. Yeah. One thing that I thought was good, speaking about the old movies, was when they showed Grand Moff Tarkin from the back. And I'm like, okay, so they found a guy who looks like him from the back. And you turn around and you saw it was CG, and I was like, good move.
Yeah,
and he's dead, and I wouldn't want anybody else to play him.
Yeah, agreed. But the funny thing is I had been reading some stuff, so I knew he was going to be CG'd in. So I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, I want to see how real he looks. He looked great. Until he started talking. His mouth moved.
Yeah, I mean, it was clear that he was CG. I didn't know about it because one of the side effects of being a YouTuber and doing all this stuff is that you cease to be surprised. So I'm trying to be surprised again. It's great. You should try it. It's like being human.
No, because then we come here and we do this show and they expect us to know stuff and we're like, hey, we were with y'all.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked seeing that. I was like, oh snap, they CG'd him. And then they also CG'd Leia at the end, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
But now my favorite character in this whole thing is K2SO because
he's got to be
right.
He's got to be.
He's like, oh, you're right. I should stay on the ship as he throws a grenade back and blows it up. And then when he hit the dude, he's like, shut up. And I was like, this robot. He has so much personality.
Yeah, he pimp slapped his master.
He did, and he's like, sorry. He's like, my bad.
And then he tells Jen's like, I got your back. He told me I have to.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, don't worry, Jen. I'll be there for you. The captain said I had to. He just he has no he don't care about anything.
They said is when we reprogrammed him, the reprogram also left him with no filter, so he just says what comes to his mind.
And I love when he's like, she gets a gun. Like, do you want no chances of her using it against you? And he's like, it's high. It's really high. He stole the show. Donnie Yoon's character, I was a little upset that he wasn't a Force user. Like, because that would have been a really good opportunity, though, Walter.
Yeah, I mean, look, it would have made him more awesome. But let's face it, he was the most awesome character.
But imagine him with the lightsaber in the Force, though. Like, I mean, what? Granted, they wouldn't have had any fight though, because he would just be like, yeah, I'm awesome.
The only good fight would have been him versus Darth Vader.
Yeah, and then Vader would have to win.
Because he's Darth Vader.
Just like how Windu had to die, even though, let's be honest,
there's no way possible. Yeah. Speaking of Darth Vader.
Oh my god.
I mean, he's only in this movie for about 5 minutes.
But it's an awesome
But it's the most awesome 5 minutes.
I love when the dude in all white was like, so am I in charge again? And he starts getting choked, and Vader's like, don't choke on your ambition. And then like walks away. I'm just like, That's how you manage your employees right there. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and that's how you get over the bad taste of episode 3.
Yeah. I loved it. I love the fact that that the Emperor, Tarkin, and Vader are just like, everyone's afraid of them, and only one of those guys doesn't have powers. Like, Tarkin walks in and he's like, yeah, we're doing this. Like, this is my project that I'm taking credit for. What? What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, kill me, see what happens.
He's like, I'm going to go check on what happened and find out why this happened.
He left something. He's like, I'm gonna leave right now. I didn't want to be on this station right now, But
and then he's like, yeah, Lord Vader said I did a good job. I'm gonna use that. And Vader's like, you're not using me. I just told you.
Right. So and I loved we're at the end when like everything was getting all super crazy when they're like, they need to destroy the little shield thing. And the guy who's not Admiral Akbar was like, I have an idea. By the way, they all sound
like Admiral.
It's the same guy. Uh-huh. I mean, I'm sure in their ears they hear different tones, but we hear the same. But he's like, give me a hammerhead. And I'm like, what you gonna do? I love hammerhead ships. They just freaking knocked a ship into another ship into the shield.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, finally, using hammerheads for what they're supposed to be. For hitting other people. And it was great. I love that part. And then now something that I did not expect. Now we all know in Star Wars the good guys always make it out, and at most one of them will die to buy time for the others. That did not happen this time. It started with K2SO. He got killed, and I felt bad.
Okay, now here's the thing though. Like, you sort of had to expect that everybody was going to die.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
you did, because if you saw episode 4, they basically said...
Nope, I held out hope. You know why?
Why?
I don't know if you saw it. There's a theory that the team from Rogue One ends up somehow they got broken and they became the Knights of Ren, because when they put up their bodies next to the Knights of Ren, it was a 1-for-1 match with the lead Knights of Ren person being a woman called the Rogue. So I was like, there's hope.
Yeah, they were obliterated.
This movie was like, nah. See, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to kill K2SO, and he's going to be like, I'm locking the door, good luck, and then he got blown up. I'm like, no! You were the one who should have made it out. Then I'm like, wait a minute, maybe they'll get his chip out of his brain or whatever, and he'll be fine. And then Johnny Yoon got shot, and I was like, that doesn't make sense, though, because you're you, so, I don't get this. And then his friend went out there, and he got killed. And then what's his face? The pilot guy?
Yeah.
He was just like,
the pilot guy, his character took a huge switch, right through the middle. He started out as comic relief.
Right.
And then suddenly he became this really important, really just hardcore character. It was really, it was cool. I mean,
it was probably as a result of the brain damage from that monster. I would assume.
Forrest Whitaker was so... he was crazy.
And I really like his line, the whole, save the dream. Cause, I was like that. Before, I saw the commercial, okay, that sounds cool. But then when you look at what the Empire is doing to people, I'm just like, wow, that's...
Speaking of what the Empire is doing to people, the rebellion, they weren't exactly the cleanest...
It was necessary. First of all, that dude in the beginning, my arm is broken, I'm mildly inconvenienced, and I'm not really, dedicated. No, you have to die. Because when they catch you...
I was cool with that.
When they catch you, they will break you. In fact, you will offer information up. You're like, hey, real quick, though, here's our bases, here's our plans.
Here's how he got away.
Right, like Leia's over there. It's just like no, he had to go.
I know, I was cool with that.
Yeah.
But then, when he got up there and he was about to shoot Jen's dad, I was sitting there going, okay, look, this is wrong. It's wrong. That order was wrong. You shouldn't have even had an order like that. Because look, if you're being really, really honest, the space station's already built. So why are you putting a bullet in dude's head?
There might be something else. It might be trying to build a base that kill stars of some sort.
Like a star destroyer base,
something that absorbs suns or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean that's possible, but it wouldn't have kyber crystals though. So I mean, how would they power it?
I don't know. Probably by eating other suns. It seems like it'd be a good
option.
That would never happen. That would never happen.
Okay, so
yeah, I mean, but like I kind of see what they're talking about because like at that time they didn't have proof that he was actually helping them out.
Yeah,
and so you kind of got to kill what you can because you're going up against freaking Darth Vader and the Emperor. So you're going to have to be a little bit like a dick to do it.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, now real quick, I want to touch on something here. Mm-hmm. We have discussed on many occasions that people now have gotten so used to like instant gratification in movies, TV shows, and so on and so forth that they don't take time to give a story anymore.
All right.
This movie, they took the time to give a story, and so when my mom also, but when my wife started complaining that she was bored, I was sitting there, and that was the first thing I thought is like, they're telling you a story.
Right.
I understand that the lasers haven't started shooting yet, and let's face it, there was very little romance in here, so there's not really a whole lot.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I have to say, the last one was between Jin and then the dude whose name I didn't bother to remember. When they realized that they just fired the Death Star at the planet and they were going to die, I was like, okay, they're going to kiss, but then they didn't kiss, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
because that's
they don't know each other,
and then they died. First of all, that was sad. They're like, well, we lost. And I was just like, I thought like the Falcon was going to come down and be like, haha, I got you somehow because I just happened to be here. And then but no, well, they all died.
Yeah,
they all died
except for Lord Vader.
Well, because Vader is immortal.
Lord Vader.
Yeah. Oh, Walter. The last 30 seconds when they boarded the ship.
Yeah.
First of all, when you saw the guys with the dumb helmets running, you're like, wait a minute. That was in the opening of episode 4. And then Vader comes in and just goes, death, and just killing people. And I was like, wait a minute. What's going on here? And they started running down the white hallway. I'm like, are they going to end this with the opening shot of episode 4? They didn't, but it was close.
But it was close. It was close.
I was like, oh. And then when they got, first of all, one thing I didn't get, though, was when the dude went through the door and he's like, get it, get the disc to them. And I'm like, really, though, Vader couldn't be like, I can hear you. Like, I'm just going to force pull that disc back.
But see, like, at that point in time, like, dude's talking that way through the door. And I mean, he's screaming.
He's a magical space wizard.
But Vader probably didn't hear that because he was too busy murder, death, killing everybody.
He was kind of into it,
he was murder, death.
He was like, yes.
Oh, man.
One dude, he killed and just kept him in the air for no reason. He didn't even use him as a shield. He was just like, yeah, I want you to. And then like one guy got thrown on the roof, which I was like, that was just rude, Vader. That was rude. And then I love how he was like standing out there when he saw the ship. He's like, I'm totally gonna kill you guys. And then when they gave the disc to Leia, I didn't know if they were ever turning around because once again, I didn't know about the CG thing.
Yeah, so we'll see. That I didn't know. They kept that one as a surprise. But like when they showed her, I was like, okay, well, they CG'd Tarkin, so maybe. And then she turned around, and I was like,
everybody in the theater was like, yeah. And then like, so what's this? Hope. Now, she should have said A New Hope because that would have been what the next movie was. But I'm okay with that. And I was really hyped. I was hoping they would end it with the whole, help me Obi-Wan Kenobi thing because that was kind of like an important line. But I was cool with that. That was basically, it's like, it leads right in episode 4. Now, some of y'all were dumb because y'all were staying after the credits looking for a scene for the next movie. Spoiler alert. It came out in 1977. It's called Star Wars. So, I mean, there's literally no time in between this and episode 4 to have another movie.
It's like 15 minutes.
And it's all spent in warp.
But it's a full 15 minutes. They could have put another movie in there in that 15 minutes.
Actually, it's Disney. They might be able to. They might be. Don't challenge them, Walter.
Like they will. They'll go to an aside called Droids, and it'll be all about C-3PO and R2-D2 and how they get the message. If that happens, you owe us money.
That could happen. I can see that happening. It would start at the same time as Rogue One, and then go bridge that
because and the cameos. I love the cameos.
Yeah.
The
R2 and C-3PO. They're like, what are we doing right now? Like, they're just sitting there. They have no direction.
Leia's dad was at the council meeting.
Yes,
I was like,
that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. I liked that how they brought him back from the prequels, which was really cool. I liked when the X-wings came, because first of all, the X-wings, whenever they come in, like, you know, it's game over for the Empire. I love how they roll out and open the wings and stuff, and like red leader checking in and gold leader checking in, and I'm like, this is really cool. I mean, like, some of y'all gonna die though. Like, some of y'all, like, one of them slammed into the shield. I'm like,
two of them actually.
I'm like, y'all didn't.
The black guy didn't do it though.
No, he's like, no, pull up. He's like, I need to be in episode 4.
Like, it's starting to close. Go.
Right.
They're like, no, we can make it. No, you really can't.
Right.
It's energy. It's closing.
But it's crazy though. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a bold choice to kill everybody off. Because usually you would think that they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
But they did, and I applaud you for that, Disney. That was really good.
No, I think it was necessary because, you know, a lot of people had to die.
Yeah,
because Leia said a lot of people died.
It really makes it, you know, impactful how they like the Death Star run on Yavin didn't just happen. Like, we didn't just go, hey, yeah, no, like everyone had to go.
Yeah, and you know, they sort of foreshadowed it by saying, after all these things that we've done, you know, if we give up now, I can't. It's for nothing. I can't live.
I was like, wait a minute, are y'all gonna disband? Because of one thing? No.
The Death Star isn't just one thing, though. It's
but you can't give up now, though, because if you give up, then they're like, cool, we're just gonna keep firing it.
Yeah, but see, one or two of them might live, and that's really all.
Not really. Not when you're getting rid of planets. There's only like 8 planets in Star Wars that matter.
There's a lot of planets in Star Wars.
There was until the Death Star.
Yeah, most of them are all now at this one bar.
You're right.
They're like, yeah, I was the last person left. Lobo comes in, kills the rest of them.
But it was I really enjoyed that. It was a good movie, and it was definitely better than Episode 7.
Yes, it was
definitely better.
It made a lot more sense.
Yes.
It had much better continuity. Like the flow was better, and it had better trailers.
And I really liked the her Jen's transformation from being about I only care about myself to caring about everybody else, because basically it was like she's like, I don't really care about what's going on with you guys, and her dad's like, I need you to do it. She's like, okay,
yeah,
which I mean, I'd be like, I don't care about y'all, and then if my dad said, David, I need you to do it, it's like, all right, I'm down for the cause.
Yeah, but then you know, people who have been down for the cause the entire time are like, look, yeah, we don't have the luxury of just deciding to do this because of our dad.
Well, tough, I did it, get over it.
like I've been doing this forever, so before you start judging me for getting ready to put Papa Cap in your daddy's head,
right?
You know, you need to understand that this rebellion has been my life,
right? He's like, this is what I do.
And then when everybody's standing there looking at him, he's like, "What? You got somebody else?"
Yeah, what? I only got 5 minutes left anyway. You know, I'm gonna be dead in a little bit, so I don't care. But and now. Well, I was talking to some of my friends about what I want to see, you know, going forward with, because, you know, they're going to be doing a lot more of these little flashback movies. I would like a movie to cover how the rebellion got the X-wing. Do you know how they got the X-wing? No. So the company, I think it's XCOM or something, like whatever the name of the company is, they were actually working for the Empire. Like, so they had made the TIE Fighter, and the upgrade to the TIE Fighter was the X-wing, and they had defected from the Empire and joined the rebellion, which is why the rebellion got that big boost, because the X-wing is literally better than the TIE Fighter in all ways. And yeah, I'd love that to be like not its own movie, but covered as part of something, you know, because the X-wing is very important. You know, it's the ship that destroyed the Death Star. You know, so I'd love that to be covered.
The Force destroyed the Death Star.
No. An engineer with a grudge destroyed the Death Star. We know this to be true now.
Yes, we know this to be true. Okay. Now, real quick before we go, there's one more surprise to this movie. Stormtroopers shot people.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah,
they shot them in battle.
I think that those are the Death Troopers, right? The black ones.
Yeah, but I mean, but actual Stormtroopers shot people too. What is their armor good for? Because it doesn't stop lasers.
And you don't get like, how does it hit the armor and then there's no hole in the armor?
But they're dead.
But you're dead now. Like, there's no point. But if you're a main character and wearing it, you can hit and you're fine.
If you're a main character and you get hit, you can get up and walk away. And we saw it happen.
I'm good. Yeah, but they did hit people. They did get it. Another thing, guys. There's no opening crawl. That was weird.
That was announced though.
I know, but it was still weird.
It really was. Like a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away.
And story. Yeah, it was oh man. But so guys, it was great. Let us know down below. What did you think? What were your favorite moments? And what are you looking forward to seeing in some of these other anthology movies? Because I think this is going to be great, seeing one every other year.
Yeah, especially if they go this route where they actually are taking the time to explain things. Like a new Han Solo movie is going to be great as long as they explain stuff. Don't just give me Han Solo and have him flying around the Millennium Falcon and be like, "Woo, Han Solo," and make $1 billion.
They're going to show him being, because he used a pilot of the Empire. They're going to show him doing that. They're going to show him betraying the Empire to save Chewie, and then at some point he'll get the Millennium Falcon and it'll be great.
Yeah, hopefully. As long as it happens.
Anyways, guys, until next time, we're your host Kirby Kid
and Black Superman.
See you later, guys.